Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with tip number 25, our 30 tips in 30 days, dog days of summer series. Hope you guys been enjoying these tips. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're watching on a mobile device. All right, tip number 25, to bet the low spread or the money line. How many times you see me on these videos talking NBA and saying, okay, the spread's -3 or -1. I really don't want to sweat out that last minute, the last 10 seconds, so I'm just going to bet this team on the money line. In fact, I'm going to show you some of the numbers, and then I'm going to go to the NBA Finals to show you proof on how the bookmaker are making their adjustments when they are seeing the point spread to the money line, and how more bettors are leaning more towards the money line when it comes to this. All right, so looking at the NBA, so this column here is the NBA, and this is the NFL. This column here is the point spread, and compare that with the money line. So let's say in the NBA, a team is -1.5 on the point spread, then the money line is 118. If they're -2, 134 on the money line, -3, 163, -4, 212. See the big difference between 3 and 4 right here, and I'll show you that in a second. -5, 235, -6, 283, and -7 on the point spread is $333, and it's pretty much the same here when you compare an NBA and the NFL. Now, why am I going to go back to the NBA Finals? What was the line for the first 5 games between Milwaukee and Phoenix? -4, right? And you know why? Because the bookmakers did not want to go any lower, because they knew that if they went lower, people would just bet the money line. So they kept it at 4. So, instead of paying 134, 163, they put it at -4. So now they're going to say, okay, you want to bet money line? Here, it's going to cost you $212 approximately, right? So they had you right there, right? So you had to see to yourself, okay, do I take the money line? Do I like the point spread? Which angle do I go? And it really discourages you from betting the money line when that line was -4, and then in the finals that line went up to 5 at some point, right? So let me take a look here at my spreadsheet, so I don't have to make you guys squint on all these little numbers right here. And I'm just going to bring up this spreadsheet right here. All right, so where exactly is the high risk and low risk betting the money line compared to the point spread? And what I did is I took the NBA from the last 5 years, the point spread of the favorites, and I also did the same thing for the NFL. And you'll see everything in red is high risk, and everything in the green is low risk, right? So we're going to start with high risk right now. And where should you be betting if you are going to, when I mean high risk, like if you like this team to win straight up, do you also like it to win against the point spread? And you're going to see, like in the NBA this season, teams that were home favorites won 66% of the time, but they only covered 50% of the time. So there was a 16-point difference between the straight up factor and the money line factor. So to me, that's a high risk play for the point spread. So then you might want to consider the money line, right? So the same thing for NFL last season, 71% of away favorites won straight up, but only 46 against the point spread. So the red you're seeing right here, it's not for the money line, it's for the point spread. To me, that's a high risk situation when you're betting home favorites, away favorites, compared to the point spread, right? And when you look at down here, what I did is I broke it down in ranges. So pick them to -3 last season for the home favorites, 53% to 48%, which is not bad, but there's better value, and I'll show you that in a second. But the home favorites, look at the difference, a 17% difference betting the point spread compared to the money line. So that's going to discourage me from betting on home favorites, knowing against the point spread, knowing that they're only covering 51%, but they're winning 68%. Why would I bet the point spread at 51% chance of winning when I can probably have a better odds play the percentages? Like I always say, 68% of betting them on the money line, right? So the NBA, for me, looking at home favorites last year, done very well. And if you look at this column right here, this is the last 5 years. So moving forward to next year, think about betting home favorites straight up on the money line, only if the price is right, obviously. And if you look at down here, teams that were, let me see here, pick 'em, -3 to a pick 'em, 52% straight up, but 48% against the money line. So basically, if you like that team to win straight up, they can cover the spread. So to me, the margin of error is 4.6%, which is not bad if you do want that Geico insurance. And I always say, if you like the team straight up, take them straight up. But if you like it on the money line, take the money line, take that Geico insurance, because there's a 4.6% chance that they don't cover the spread. Compared to home favorites, minus 3.5 to 6, 67% chance of winning straight up, 51 against the point spread. So that here would really, factor in not betting the point spread, knowing that 67%, but do I want to lay 212 on a team, right? That's the only question you got to ask yourself. So, where is the value in NFL? So last season, the NFL, 64% of the road favorites won straight up, but only covered 40% of the game. So to me, that's a high risk. If you did like the point spread, you did better on the money line. But again, you're minus 3.5 to 6.5. You're gonna lay some wood right there. But road favorites, that's a different angle. Road favorites of 4 or less won 55% of their games, 47% against the point spread. So that was a 7-point difference. So not a bad ratio right there. But home favorites of 3.5 to 6.5 last season in the NFL did pretty. They didn't do well against the point spread, but did better on the money line at 66% compared to 46% against the point spread. So after having said all this, where is the value, Ron? Where should I be betting, right? So to me, everything in red I stay away from for the point spread, and everything in green, that's where I would probably bet the point spread. So if I'm going to that's a new word. Hey, I do these new words. I do these shows. I have these new words here. Boint. Hey, a new word. Anyways, 53% NBA games last season won straight up and covered as point spread. So if you do like the point spread and that factor, pick them to -3. Pick the winner. You probably do well against the point spread. But what I would do is I would take the favorite on the money line. But if you like the underdog, then take the insurance, take the pick 'em. And for the last 5 years, same situation right there, 52%, and they covered 48. So what if you're gonna play the favorites? Why not just take the money line, and then if you like the underdog, take the insurance? Because if you just do the opposite of that, that's 48% and 52% chance of covering, right? So you just flip it around like that. And for the NFL, where would you bet this season? Now, I'm not going to go back last year, because if I look at last season, there was a big difference between the road favorites last season compared to the last 5 years. In fact, the last 5 years, road favorites won 66% of their games when they were, up here, 3.5 to 6.5. Sorry, right here, 3.5 to 6.5 point road favorites, 66%, but only covered 48. Where last season 64 and 40%. So that was a 5-point difference right there. But what I would do is I would wait for home favorites if I like the point spread and do the same type of thing, right? If I like -4 or less, now -4, we start getting that 200 range. I'm not too comfortable with that, but I would lean more towards like the pick 'em to -3. But if you like the favorites, take the money line. But if you like the underdogs, I would just bet the point spread and take the numbers. So, all right, a little bit all over the place there, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to get across here. Is that don't be scared to bet the money line. And check the numbers. And as you can see from the stats that I produced to you here, the ratio of betting the point spread compared to the money line, that's enough to really deter you from getting away from that type of betting. Because you can see right here, 25% chance risk of them not covering the spread as well, compared to 5.5% chance of them winning and covering the spread. To me, that sounds like a better bet. All right, that's it. That's the tip here today to bet the point spread or the money line. And again, I know it's anytime you deal with numbers like this and you're thrown at you in a 10-minute video, you can get a headache, right? But hey, hopefully that was able to help you out right there. Also, don't forget, sign up for the World Series of Handicapping Pro Football Contest Season number 10. Win the contest, win the prize, and win the ring. That's right, win the ring, and all you got to do is sign up, $25 to get you in the contest. And if you go 7-0 anytime during the week, you win $50. And if you win the contest, you win the ring and $1,500, courtesy of the World Series of Handicapping Contest. Also, if you're interested in my plays, my best bets, each and every week, every day in the baseball season, NFL, I'll have a 5-star best bet, a 4-star over-under pick. I'll have my underdog play of the day, my system play of the day, and a 2-team parlay. And that is all with your membership right here at atsstats.com. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Tip Report.